Welcome to Fluent English Grammar in 10 minutes a day. Lesson 3. Prepositions. Using English prepositions in expressions about transportation. If you'd like to follow along with us in the book, go to Section 1, Chapter 3, beginning with the preposition on. You can get our books by clicking on the link below in the description. Chapter 3. Using prepositions when talking about transportation and traveling. Using the prepositions in, on, at, into, off, across, from to, along, and between when talking about transportation and traveling. Let's begin. On. Use on to talk about trains, buses, and planes. Contrast with in. Examples. I got on the bus to go to the center of the city. Another example. When we got on the plane, we had a difficult time finding our seats. Another example. We got on the train just in time. The train was about to leave. Another example. The man got on the train and then on the plane to New York. Using in and inside. Note. It is true that you are inside the bus, train, or plane when you are traveling, but English speakers say, I'm on a bus to Seattle, for example, if someone calls them on their cell phone. It is more common for English speakers to use in or inside when talking about public transportation, for example, when they are talking about things that may have happened while they were traveling, or things that were observed inside the transportation vehicle. Examples. There was a lot of noise inside the bus while we were going home. Another example. All of the passengers in the plane were enjoying the movie. Another example. The lights in the train were very bright. In and into. Use in and into to talk about taxis, cars, and limousines. Examples. The businesswoman left her house at 10 p.m. and then got into her car and drove to work. Another example. The two students waved at the taxi to stop. When the taxi stopped, they got in and told the taxi driver where they wanted to go. By. Use by to talk about how you traveled, what form of transportation. Examples. The family traveled by plane to Beijing. Another example. The boy went to school by foot, meaning walking. Another example. The businesswoman traveled to Frankfurt by train. A final example, we went to the movies by bike. Off. Use off in the phrasal verb to get off, to talk about disembarking and arriving at a destination. Examples. The businessman took the train to New Jersey and got off in Newark. Another example. We are taking a plane to Dallas, but we are getting off in Reno, Nevada. Note. Don't use get off when referring to a taxi, car, or limousine. For example, don't say, I got off the taxi. Use get out of or arrived in a taxi, car, or limousine. For example, I arrived in New York in a taxi. I got out of the taxi, paid the taxi driver, and went inside the train station to catch the next train to Philadelphia. Between. Use between to talk about distance from one location to another location. Example: what is the distance between New York and Los Angeles? Oh, it's about 2,400 miles. From to. Use from to talk about travel plans or distance from one location to another location. Example: how long does it take to travel from New York to Chicago? Another example: the distance from Seattle, Washington, to Atlanta, Georgia is about 2,900 miles. Another example: could you tell me how to get to St. Peter's Cathedral from here? Along. Use along to talk about traveling over a length of road or train track. Example: we took a train to Miami, Florida. As we traveled along the tracks, we could see many farms. New lessons every week, so please don't forget to like and subscribe.